How we doing, gamers? Welcome to the first standalone Minecraft video in a very, very long time. Basically, we are inside of 1.18 survival experiment today. We're tens of thousands of blocks out. This is actually a new base I've been working on the past few months. I've had a lot of progress here. I kind of just really wanted to start new after I took a break from this world for a very long time. This is basically what we're looking at right here, and while over at this base, we had quite a crazy thing happen. So I was playing one day, and my power cut out. It was like a super, super windy day. It was kind of crazy. It cut out a few times, and some corruptions happened, okay? Some very interesting things happened. If I had to guess what happened, it was that the world was saving when the power cut out, and as a result it took chunks and put them in other areas of the world. So I was like right over there, like right behind these trees when this happened. And at the time I had just finished terraforming this little area, getting it all flattened out and everything. This used to be actually a very hilly area. There used to be like a little bit of a valley right here that I had to fill in with dirt. But basically, part of that got undone. It was this chunk right here that I'm standing in. And I think part of it actually ended up over at the village right here. I've got this little village right here. It's completely walled off from, the rest of society. But basically, one of the chunks ended up right over there where that building is, right there. So, kind of took away part of that. It was kind of awkward looking, to say the least. I didn't even notice it at first. I don't know how, quite frankly. I had to go on into MCA selector and fix all of it, but it was not all fixable. And while it may all seem fine on the surface right here, and that is actually partially a result of, me continuing to progress in this world, things aren't the same down below. Today we are going to be checking out a trial chamber that just so happened to generate right below here. It was actually super convenient. I didn't build the base here knowing that the trial chamber was there. I kind of just figured out it was there after I purchased a map from a cartographer to find a trial chamber. I was thinking, man, this thing is awfully close. And it turns out the thing was actually loaded the whole time as I worked on this base. However, as a result of the chunks corrupting and everything, there's some very goofy things happening down there, to say the least. Some kind of crazy. We got some spawners down there that don't work, some actually duped spawners that also don't work. There's actually one blocking the entrance to it that I'm gonna have to destroy with like a piston head or something. It's like super, super close to the house. It's like right below one of my buildings right up there. That one way over there. So I'd keep it loaded this whole entire time, just chilling up here at the base. So I think the vaults actually eventually like exit cooldown and I can use them again. They're on cooldown right now, and that's because I just raided this thing. Basically, we have a little outtake of this video that does not include my commentary, which, huge oof right there, not gonna lie. But today, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna raid this place again, and I'm gonna show you just how, like, glitched up this place is, because oh boy, there's some stuff going on down there. But first, I need to do a little bit of waiting. That could take a couple days, to be honest. Alright, I think it's been enough time, looking at this very, very ethical little chicken farm I've got going here. It's pretty crazy. Very ethical, as you can see, giving all the chickens their personal space that they deserve. But anyways, we're gonna head right on over into this building right here and down this trapdoor, down this ladder, and as you can see, right off the bat, down there, that's a trial spawner. What's that doing there? Basically, this thing right here is one of the many glitch trial spawners that isn't supposed to exist. As you can see, it's right outside the chamber. We've got another one right here. We only got this vault, which is completely normal. But, yeah, I don't know how this got here, other than the glitch, probably. Definitely not something that's supposed to happen in vanilla Minecraft, but as you can see, this thing is completely lifeless. There's no, like, any of that orangey, yellowish tint on here. There's none of that, basically, on the corners right here. It's all just gray. It's just lifeless. It's not spawning anything, so this basically has, like, no data, like, component data associated with it whatsoever. Unlike the normies over there, those definitely have data associated with this, but basically, Minecraft just said, I gotta put a trial spawner right here, and didn't really do much after that. Just put a trial spawner right there as a result of the glitch, and in various other places too, such as right there. You can see that. That's in the thumbnail. I made the thumbnail before recording this part. Got quite a few of these right here. We've got a corrupted vault right here too that acts very weird when you get near it. It does have a little bit more life than the spawners, to be fair. It just does this every single time. I tried putting some keys in it. It didn't really go very far with that. It didn't, like, eat the key at all. Like, I didn't lose it, but it also didn't give me any items, so it doesn't really have a whole lot of items to give if I had to guess right there, because that also, if I had to guess, has no data associated with it, so therefore it doesn't do anything. Let's head right on down here. I believe this goes somewhere. Yes, it sure does. Believe there might be some interesting things going on down here. We've got a pretty standard room going on here, and surprisingly, I'm not seeing much of anything too out of the ordinary here, except for these mobs. We've got to get rid of them. Now this right here, this might be the only working breeze spawner in this whole place. For some reason, when like the whole corruption occurred, it like killed almost every single breeze spawner, except for that one, I guess. That's good. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get any more breeze rods out of this place, but it's good to be wrong sometimes, am I right? Sadly, I'm not going to be able to get breeze rods as fast as I, was able to before this whole thing happened, but we got a key from that. That's pretty good. So this is not a room that appears to be hit by many corruptions at all. In fact, it's quite normal, unlike some of the other rooms you just saw. We're just gonna head right back on up these stairs. That's our second key right now. That's pretty good, but as you can see, nothing to be seen here. This is actually the same room that I showed earlier, like this room right here, with our floating little friend right here, this thing. Pretty crazy though. I think it's kind of random actually, like where they were placed, because I feel like it like tried to put a new trial chamber over this one, like at least in the sense like of the placement of like these things right here, all these important things that we kind of come here for. But this room right here, this room has some very interesting things going on in it, and by that I mean chunk errors. We've got a broken breeze spawner right here. This thing has been active like forever. Not really doing much, as you can see. No breezes to be seen anywhere. But the spider spawners, they sure as heck are working right now. This has actually been a very, very great source of string, which is great for leveling up my Fletchers up above on the surface. I also believe there's one vault that is completely open somewhere around here. Like, we can use a key on it. Somewhere around here. I just heard a little something around this corner. Yes, it's you. Or not. But anyways, right here, this is one of our fabled little chunk errors right here. There used to be a trial chamber right here, I think. Pretty sure. Basically, I think the chunks actually, like, got overwritten partially when I did, like, the editing in MCA selector. So, basically, the thing might not have actually been loaded, like, when I first came here. I'm not really sure if that's, like, a world generation thing. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that the trial chambers, since you can't actually see them from the surface like you can most structures, they don't actually load until you get near them. So I think that's kind of what this is right here. So like, I'm guessing like the game got confused or something. It saw that there was already a trial chamber here, so why put another one right here? And then we got this right here. So basically, these things are like completely supposed to be sealed off from the surface, and it very much isn't. There's actually a cave that goes right up against this, not far from here. And yeah, the whole thing, it's all just there. It's not blocked up by any deep slate at all. You can literally just mine right into it. It's not hidden in the slightest. But there's another key. We're gonna have to find a use for all these things sometime in the future. But yeah, this is basically, I think, the glitchiest room in the whole place right here, because this is like the only place where chunk errors exist. And I thought for sure, like, the thing was actually, like, slowly, like, destroying itself, I guess, like, right over here. Because, like, this area looks identical to the entranceway right here. In fact, this actually could be the entranceway right here. It might have joined two rooms together. But basically, the real entranceway is just over this wall right here. Also, another spawner right here that I did not notice going on in here. We've got quite a few, right near the others, too. However, that is not all. We've also got this other region right down here. We've got another hallway. And this hallway is actually the entranceway, as you can see right here. That's basically where these two things generate. You got the breeze face. It basically puts like the face of another mob right here. I'm surprised this isn't actually a stray, because there sure as heck are a lot of strays and spiders in here too. That would be another good idea. But this right here, this is basically the entrance, which never gets used, because I just dug right down into this place, not really thinking too, like, crazily about where the actual intended entrance is. So here we are. And I believe this room right here that we're in, this is a little bit of a bigger one. I believe this might have a corrupted breeze spawner, but I do think I actually hear some breezes right below us. So I could be very wrong about that. Maybe the thing is like slowly fixing itself, because in the last raid, that thing was a little bit dysfunctional. Like, it didn't work, but it partially worked at the same time. But that's it, basically right down there. Where's the breeze at? I hear it. Gotta probably be like right around the corner. There you are! I was wondering where you were at. So that's good. That's two breeze spawners that actually work here, but there was one earlier. But anyways, right up here. What is another key? That's 6 keys we've got now. That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to store these away someplace and then use them. Because the loot from these places is actually like so satisfying to get, you know? And finally, something that's not a key. We got a swiftness potion. I've actually got 2 other ones of these right here that are only 3 minutes from the previous raid I did here, not too long ago. So I can redstone all 3 of those now and not have to, like, waste more redstone on it. I can use all 3 slots in the old brewing stand. Stupendous. But where are we trying to head next? Just head right on down this way. I believe this is the last room right here. I'm just going to raid this just for the sake of it. This is actually a pretty deadly room. I've died, or almost died, quite a few times in here. Because there are all these spawners with all these strays, and they're all super close to each other, so you get in, like, super easy range of them. And next thing you know, you got like 30 strays on you. It's pretty crazy here. But, yeah, no corruptions to be seen in here. It's just nothing but strays and even more strays, quite frankly. But there are 3 vaults, like, right above that platform. So it's not all bad. But yeah, that's basically it for the raid, basically. Pretty standard. I think it worked a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. So most of this place is functional, but there are some areas that are just a tad bit out of whack. Kind of like this right here. This is going to be like what I immediately think of when I think of this place right here. But this is a glitch I kind of saw coming, to be honest, because like this structure kind of needs to be a little bit more in sync with itself, at least in the context of the game's code and everything, because you got to interact with multiple blocks such as these, and these things kind of have to interact with each other as well. It's not like a typical spawner where it just sits there and does nothing. These are blocks that cannot be broken. And basically, they're a little bit more advanced than the rest of the blocks in this Minecraft world, if that makes sense. They gotta really be in sync with each other to really have the experience, which I have successfully broken in this world. This is the only corrupted trial chamber, so there are other ones, luckily. These are pretty common, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's like another one on the peninsula that I live on. But yeah, very, very cool glitch I kind of saw coming, but at the same time I kind of didn't. I didn't think it would like full on like duplicate the blocks and everything. That was kind of crazy, but anyways. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We do a ton of gaming shenanigans on this channel. It's all of me and my crazy chickens right here and my very, very ethical machine I have in the back here to, you know, use their eggs to breed them. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably be a Birchlands episode, to be honest. That's basically all I post for Minecraft these days. At least as of right now. I can't really see the future, and quite frankly, I don't really predict when these videos go up when I record them. I'm gonna go sort some things out now. See you later.